on or not?
No one has to come in.
Okay.
Okay. So I guess we can go ahead and start, and if and when she gets on, we'll be good.
Well, I want to complain to the mayor. He's not here.
She's here there for
That's why I
this.
So John wasn't here the last time.
John.
This is only our second meeting, but maybe we can go around and introduce ourselves so that he knows everybody and everybody knows John.
Fantastic.
Olivia, I think you know him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jean, I think you know him. Elaine, maybe you can.
Elaine Modelinsky, lived here 40-some years, do a lot with nonprofits. I'm a retired banker, and I know a lot about science and neuroscience, and autism's one of my passions because my son is on the spectrum.
My name is Deborah Heimer. I've been a resident, Rick and I have been a resident of Gates Mills for 5 years. I am honored to be part of the Garden Club and was invited to participate here. I'm a integrative health coach and very passionate about working with children, education, and the aging population. So this is timely for me.
Hi, I'm Chris Kramer. We've lived here 47 years now, a while.
Wow.
Yeah. Kids went to school through the Mayfield school system. Everybody did really well. I'm retired. I'm a retired critical care nurse, and I'm very happy to be on this committee. Thank you.
And you're part of the Garden Club
Oh, yeah.
as well.
That's why I'm here. I'm doing community outreach. Garden Club puts together bouquets, and we deliver them to our honorary members and people that are homebound or recovering from surgery or some other problem that they can't get out of the house. And it's really nice to go and sit and chat with our members and our former members of Garden Club.
And I'm Joy Banish. I've lived here for 25 years, I think it is now. We live on Sugar Bush off a county line. So I recently retired. I guess it's been almost a year since I retired, which time flies. I was with Greater Cleveland Volunteers, an organization that recruits people to volunteer throughout the community. And a lot of the work we did was working with older adults, older adult volunteers, but also providing services to older adults through various programming. So I was excited to get involved with this, and happy to have all of you here to help.
And I am Jan Bohens. I've been in Gates Mills for 46 years. I heard that Chris was here, so I moved here.
Right. We're almost neighbors, right?
Right. Oh, and so I retired when COVID came to town, and I have a career in social work that spanned a few years, and I did psychotherapy, and I did most of that time in aging. I set up a home care program through Judson, and I worked at Benjamin Rose and the Alzheimer's Association, did some management, direct service, and hospice. So this was just, wonderful, a wonderful fit for me and my previous experience. It's been a great committee to be part of. So I welcome everybody today. We're going to start with the minutes and approve those. You have my name on the minutes? Did I write them on there?
She asked if you corrected her.
Would you?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
You did.
okay,
And the revised version, right?
right.
Yeah.
Oh,
We don't have the minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you do. I send it out.
Oh, send it.
Oh,
Was it
oh,
still wrong on the one I sent out?
I didn't look at that
Do you want me to just make a few copies of that? So
All right.
Rick could-
Well, if you said you corrected it, that's
I
good.
fixed it on the one I sent out.
Okay,
Oh,
thank you.
yes.
The one I have, I wrote all over.
Okay, thank you.
We just had Elaine's name written wrong, misspelled. Are there any other changes or anything?
Additions, subtractions, correction. Anything like that? Okay, so we can move right along. We are, just doing a great job in terms of responding to the needs that were addressed in the survey, which Mahjong, bridge, chair yoga, hiking, Tai Chi, fitness and wellness classes, nutrition and cooking workshops were right at the top of the list. There were some other areas that had high recognition also, but in terms of the kinds of classes and things. And all of those except hiking are ones that we have, well, and the Tai Chi is, we're in the process of taking a look at. So with this new program that CPA has set up to start in April, we're going to address those major requests, which is kind of exciting that we've gotten it. So if you look at the aging well and the other, yeah, the one that, yeah, the multicolored, you said. They're basically the same thing in terms of the new offerings. And it outlines for you to see what we're gonna have coming along.
Where's Lindy gonna do her chair yoga?
At the community.
All these things will be in the community house,
Okay.
some upstairs, some downstairs. Once the art show's done, we get to use upstairs according to Mike. But if someone else already had it reserved for something, then we're downstairs.
Put out the word, one of my goals on the council, come hell or high water, is to get a wellness center right on the river for us. So that's one of my
Nice.
goals. It's huge. It's big and could be controversial, and because no one wants any new structures in Gates Mills, but that is we have a multi-purpose thing there that barely works for the purposes that it's supposed to work for.
Right.
This we can't use, obviously, so I'd love to have something over there, and it's part of my thing. So fingers crossed, pass the word, tell people not to be opposed to it. It'll be very tasteful.
I'm sure. it will be
People
very-
oppose anything new in Gates.
It really is.
Yeah.
I've
Any kind of idea, it's opposed.
It's strange to me coming in from the outside how one of the things I found, and one of the reasons I was on this committee, is because I found that this is for me coming in when I was in my early 40s when I came in, and I'm not at all bashful to say this, I was in a weird position because 40 to 52, 53 is a really odd place to be in this community. There's really no place for you. So it's like, you have both sides of the spectrum that you come in on. But what I found is like the sweet spot is like, say, 52 to like, say, 65. But no one has the forethought of what happens after 65. And I'm over there going, I don't have much time. And so I'm over there. But you try to get people to vote for something that happens when they're, like something that's good for when they're 70. And I'm finding that people are very hesitant to like think that they're ever going to hit 70 or something like that. And you're like, no, we're all going to do it. So that's one of my main reasons for being here. So
That's good. That's nice.
So we have an update on the Mahjong. I spoke to Mary Margaret Lawrence, who's a longtime resident of Gates Mills and a Mahjong devotee. She was very excited about the prospect of being able to play Mahjong in the village. I don't know that she's even in a group right now. She explained a lot about it to me. I don't know if anybody else here is familiar with it.
so funny. My son and his friends
Oh, great.
have all taken up Mahjong, and it is the freakiest thing. Like he just, for
That's
Christmas,
cool.
he wanted a big Mahjong kit.
That's good.
And I always thought it was just a computer game.
Oh.
Flipping the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so she explained to me that you have a card, each person has a card. The cards are updated once a year. They're issued by the national organization the 1st of April. They cost $10. Then each foursome, or I guess you can play with 3, but it's preferable to have 4, needs to have a Mahjong set, which runs about $100. And so people, one person could share their set with a group. But usually they play for 3 hours. And the cards have the amount that you bet on them, which is like 25 cents or 35 cents. which I guess, I don't know whether we're allowed to bet, in terms of being part of the village. But, and I don't know whether everybody would
Trying to
want.
get me in trouble because we're recording live.
Yeah, so
These are just the rules.
these are just.
We'll have to find out from the village and also from Community Partnership on Aging if
Do
they're
we
allowed.
have to do real cash? Can't we do chips or something else? So it wouldn't be
Didn't
like
see it going
gambling.
to-
He says a candy or something.
Swapping their cash out for the chips and thing.
It's not a lot of money, but still.
Right,
Yeah.
and not everybody feels comfortable betting, even if it's 25 cents. So that'd be a
We need to
question
find
that
that
we
out,
would.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure CPA they've offered these in other communities, so I'm kind of curious.
So it'll be interesting to see what they have to say about it. They probably.
There are best practices out there.
Yeah, I mean, presently, the community house building rules say there are no gambling is allowed in the community house, so, yeah.
Okay.
I'll make sure in the wellness center we 16.
And when is that gonna be built?
Oh, man, it's gonna be funny because I might get killed before it's all over. Someone come out with a pitchfork and just stab me.
No.
Don't jinx yourself.
I don't know. I'm scared.
Just point out, this date is wrong, like the third on the nutrition, besides that being spelled wrong. It's Thursday, April 17th.
Fixed it, I thought.
Okay, well, this
No.
one.
On the one I handed out just today,
Wait,
wasn't
let's see.
it was supposed to be fixed. The
No,
one she gave out at the event the other day was wrong. Maybe I,
Thursday to 16th.
it's supposed to be
Because-
Thursday, the 16th.
That's
not
what it
Wednesday.
said.
Oh,
that's what it's.
Wednesday's the 15th.
The one she gave out last week at the
Okay,
leadership
yeah,
luncheon
sorry,
was
I
wrong.
apologize, I was thinking.
She corrected that and also corrected the typo in the word nutrition.
Perfect, thank you.
So this is a flyer that Community Partnership on Aging created for us. I don't know if they're going to create one every month for us, but it'd be something nice. If they do, we can post around the community.
I agree.
And then the other one here that Jan gave you, she wrote up, this is the article for the pink sheet. It's very similar, but it has a little bit more information there. And Kathy, who's on our committee, agreed that every month we can have an article in the pink sheet to talk about upcoming programming, which will be good too. And Jean, it'll be going on the website at some point, right?
Correct.
And it goes in the connections.
The GM Connect email blast, yes.
I have a question. What is the age of our residents participating? Is the minimum age to participate 60 years old?
I believe anyone's allowed to participate, but for CPA, in order for it to be participate at no cost, you sign up with them and you have to be 60. That's my
For no cost, and then there's a fee associated.
Otherwise,
with
it's like a
otherwise.
couple bucks,
Okay.
$5. I can't remember.
Is there an income threshold?
No. They just need, want people who are going to participate to sign up. So they have their contact information and also for their reporting that they have to do for their funding. They have, I think, federal, state and local funding, and they have to, know who's coming. And they're going to be sharing with us later, like impact data about what the participants are saying. Has this helped you be more flexible or get out of the house or whatever? And I think they need to collect that data. But someone can participate. It's my understanding you can participate without signing up with them. You just might have to pay a couple dollars if you want to do yoga or Tai Chi or whatever.
Would that be like here where it says $5 or access membership for the chair
Yeah,
yoga?
that's what they call that, their membership. And they told us that they will have some staff in place, at least when we first get started, to help get people signed up if they're not already signed up.
For the Mahjong, Mary Margaret has agreed to come to the first. We've called table games, and it's for Mahjong and bridge and canasta, and you bring your own cards and whatever you want to play. And so she would be able to explain to people what's involved in playing Mahjong. But she said that it would be good if we had somebody who could give lessons. And we did have somebody in the senior services that we reached out to, I believe, and Elaine's gonna talk about this a little bit more. Did we call? Maybe we did.
Not the mahjong piece.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there was somebody on the.
There
senior-
was somebody else who
Yeah, there
offered
was.
it.
In senior services that we can reach out to see if that person might, she had expressed.
Was it, was this the
Levinson,
Oh, Levinson.
I believe she was the one who goes and plays, and she had said she would be willing to.
Okay, I was thinking it might have been women's.
She needs transportation though, right?
Oh,
Her
that's okay, yeah.
husband drives her a lot.
Okay.
Roberta,
Yes.
her husband isn't doing as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She was the one that complained that the bus left her at the end of the driveway and she had to walk all the way up to her house. So she's got trouble with transportation.
But she's the lady who's told us, I think when we were in meeting here last year, that she
In the
was
summer,
interested.
that's what she
Oh,
wants. Yep.
Okay.
You hear that anyone has problems with transportation.
I'm sorry.
I hate to hear that anybody has problems with transportation.
Well, we don't have bus service here. We
No.
don't have sidewalk.
Well, we stopped we didn't do one of the offerings that they had was transportation, and that was actually.
Expensive.
Very expensive.
Through them.
Yeah,
Through them, was it?
Yeah.
yeah.
It was
It's
like,
close to $100.
yeah, per trip. It's very
So that is a lot.
Through Community
And-
Partnership on Aging, they contract with Senior Transportation Connection and it's very.
Yeah.
And you have to make an appointment like a week ahead of time to let
It's
them know.
not very convenient.
And based on the survey, there weren't that many people that were interested that required that they would take advantage of it. So
She's asking Devin if he wants to come and
Oh.
teach.
That'd be great.
That'd be good.
oh,
We'll find out. You
Okay,
put him on a hot spot there on the hot
He
seat.
wants to play. I know that.
that'd be nice.
He'll bring his.
Nice
He's got his
intergenerational.
whole set and
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
that would
Okay.
be perfect if he would do that, because that was definitely the
Yeah.
one of the goals is to try to bring intergenerational. That'd be great.
It's a great idea.
That's fabulous.
Rope the whole family in.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see what he says.
What did your wife like to do?
Exactly. Photography.
Oh, really?
do it.
We're looking for a photographer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she's definitely
Oh,
there.
she would do it.
And she'll
Are you
be-
kidding?
Easy.
Pictures for the pink sheet.
She
Exactly.
would
Yeah.
love it.
And for the Connect, if we, after the pic sheet on the Connect, we could have a few pictures of the events. That'd be great.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna be a driver.
Who else? How many kids
You want
do
to be a driver?
Because, yeah.
Yeah, we can't make any more. I don't have any more home. Yeah.
Well, that'd be wonderful. You can pass that by her and see if she might.
I'm sure the answer is yes. All you have to do is tell her when.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she would always do that in a heartbeat.
Be so happy.
Oh, we'd be thrilled. Are there any limitations on the photographs in terms of having to get permission from people to use their image?
Yes.
Usually it is I can tell you the rules.
Okay.
If you're going to do it for a publication such as a journalist thing, then no, there are no limitations. If you're going to make it for anything that has to do with money around it,
Yeah.
then there are limitations and you need a model release. So if you're actually going to do it as in terms of a journalism type thing, then you wouldn't have to worry about it at all. But if you're actually going to do it, even for something as simple as like you see all the things that like are on late night talk shows and everything, all those people who come by on the outside, they've all signed model releases because that's a for-profit organization. But if it's for a not-for-profit organization, you can actually just put anything up there as long as it's for journalistic intent. So if you're just documenting something, you're okay. And in fact, you have no right of privacy. You have no expectation of privacy when you're in a public location.
Oh, okay.
And people can take pictures. Now, of course, the photographer, if you say you don't want to get your picture taken, shouldn't be a jerk about it. It'd be a paparazzi.
I take pictures for Facebook at our church and you have to get permission, especially with children.
Right.
A lot of people.
Children, yes.
Yeah.
Children, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have to for Facebook and church.
One lady told me, and I'm not sure I believed her, she's in witness protection and she can't have her picture taken.
Okay, well, that's silly because she just told you something that should. I don't think you should. Yeah.
She goes to church, so,
Well,
and church
people
is
generally
online.
don't say that there's a witness, they're in witness
I know.
protection. If they're.
That was her excuse that I couldn't take her picture for the Facebook. page.
I know with children, usually you get permission or you take from the
We
back
asked
of
the
the head.
head, yeah, we asked the family and the family says yes, then it's okay.
There's an unspoken request if we are going to build these programs and somebody's very uncomfortable on a
Oh.
beautiful day practicing yoga, you are not going to take photos if they don't want you to take a photo.
That's just
Yeah,
common
in a
courtesy.
downward dog pose.
Yeah, this is common courtesy. I like, yeah,
Right,
so,
right.
but
But
legally,
Photographers are respectful.
yeah, legally, your photographers are pretty well
Yes.
still covered if you're in a public space, but,
Yes.
but professionally, that's the last thing you want to do is make
Yeah.
a weird name for yourself where you're, downward dog, that's a great
Here she
example.
comes with her camera, I'm leaving.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't anticipate we'd be taking pictures constantly, but just a few
Well, it's nice to have.
of the activities would be good to
Yeah.
use.
Absolutely.
Oftentimes, more people are, you find people that really want to get into pictures, actually, than people who don't want to get in pictures.
Think about the 4th of July parade. There's a zillion pictures
Right.
in
Yeah.
Pink Sheet.
Right.
Oh, and that's why you can also say like Facebook, just go on Facebook and look at everyone else's pictures.
The Games Day also uses card tables, of which I believe Mike told me we have 6. I understand that the Garden Club has some card tables. They used to play bridge at the Garden Club at one time. And so I was wondering if maybe we could borrow those if it turns out that we have a good response to the RSVPs.
I've never seen them in the barn, but
We have barns set up and those are
round.
Right.
table rounds.
Right. But upstairs,
Oh, they have a
We
pool
can check.
table.
We'll check.
okay, if you could ask, that'd be. So the other question is, we've got all this set up. And, we're all very excited about it. How do we get people to come? What can we do to get people to these events so that people come back again?
So just as a review, it'll be in the pink sheet on the website, the email. And then CPA is snail mailing a copy of their calendar and magazine to all of our residents
That's probably your best bet there.
for the first few months. I guess we're paying for it out of our budget, but so it'll be in there, but that's assuming everybody reads the things they get.
And it's that big whole book of CPA events,
Yeah.
not just Gatesville specific, so.
It's this guy here.
I will throw it on, I'll throw it on my website, which
Okay.
has about 400 people from the
That would be
village.
terrific.
And whether or not, and my website is more informative, so I can tell that a lot of people read it. Not one person's ever going to comment. But the other thing I might say is maybe something everybody gets here is Sugar Valley Times. You might be able to put something in there. And Sue Reed, if you talk to her, she would.
We should have her do an article.
Would you mind talking to her? You seem to have a good relationship with her.
Too.
That'd be great if they could do a story. I know it's been mentioned, like at council meetings, they would say the mayor talked about, we're starting this, but
And she did write an article about us joining
Right.
CPA Reading. She did for,
What
but,
about our public signs along the streets, along the?
well, that's one thing I was gonna talk with Jan and Joy about. So we have the 3 village signs on the corners. Especially this year with the 200, there's a lot of events happening and our village ordinance is the one sign, that's the only thing we can put there. That's our sign ordinances. There's one in each corner. So like, we wanted to advertise the lunch and learns. Well, the last one, I don't remember what was up there before the play. The play is there. The art show is coming up,
Okay.
which then interacts, and then the garden club,
Okay.
so there's
Too-
lots of
too
things.
much
So
competition.
I met with Dave Biggert saying, how can we accommodate all the events that are happening? And, again, it's a street sign and people are driving. You can't read a lot of words, so you can't have a ton
No.
of stuff. So a couple of options that could possibly be is we split the sign in half. So like the art show gets half and the other thing gets another. Pardon?
That'll be a lot of words then too. 2 things to look at as you're driving.
Yeah, but again, if you got half the sign, try to scale it down. Unfortunately, the art show has already purchased their signs and they're the big 3x5s already.
Mhm.
Another option would be to limit, like, okay, you guys get the corner of Mayfield and River and the other 2 go at Brigham and West Hill. But it's like, what community event gets what, and there might be strong, but those were some things that we were debating.
Why can't there be more than 3 signs?
Those are the only village signboards in the
I'm
village.
trying to understand, is that just a rule?
No, it's an ordinance.
It is an ordinance in the village. I mean, before, you weren't even allowed to have for sale signs up in your house, and so.
That was mayor.
What?
They went and took the for sale signs and threw them away. Yeah. Couldn't
Okay,
they?
but can we change that? Like, why can't there be 2 signs at each of those 3 locations or more locations? I just don't
It
understand.
was something that the village chose, that they did not want to have like tons of signs and looking like some of the other
It's for
communities.
Aesthetics, I'm sure.
Well, look at me. I didn't do it.
I didn't say you did.
Maybe we could ask
Really
the
old.
question of the council. Because
think you
on
can.
Hayfield Road, you could put one going each direction, and the same thing on Chagrin River Road. I think maybe in front of the church, there might be a place there.
When people
Could be
stop,
better.
there's a stop sign.
Wherever there's a
Right.
stop.
I think you would find that this is one of the few that people would vote on. Normally, there's very benign things that we vote on in council. You know, hey, we're passing the financial resolution. Hey, we're paying people. You know, we're doing that kind of stuff. This is one where you would actually have to come in and make your case. And I think that there would not be. In fact, I guarantee you there would not be a unanimous vote on this one. So you'd have to actually come in there. There would have to be people that came in and said, "Here's why we would like additional signs." I don't think anyone would hold them back in a reasonable manner. What you won't get is, I mean, I would say if you want to win, very targeted with like 3 additional, here's the opposite direction that we'd like to do. And if you came in and just whittled it down to something very, very tiny, I think then there's a chance it would still not pass unanimously, but I think that would pass.
They don't even like campaign signs.
Do not.
No.
Hate I had some in my front yard, and you know, I was like kind of like, "Ooh, you had those in there?" Yeah, that was in there. And then there's the mayor wants to put out signs for the 200th anniversary.
Yeah.
And in order to do that, we have to pass an ordinance that says that we're allowed to put out signs just for that anniversary.
Variance.
Variance, yeah.
So I'm seriously, I don't understand that. It seems like an archaic rule to me.
Well,
So
there are a
it-
lot of archaic people that live in
Well,
Gates
I
Mills.
understand that, but it's a harmless poster about come do some fun, healthy activities and, you know, so how do we, like, what do we do to approach council to request additional signage?
You just, or she would know better than I do, but
What
I like all it needs is it a variance or is it, no, it would have to be, if it's there, it would have to be an ordinance. So we'd have to propose an ordinance. It takes 3 readings. So you have an ordinance. I know, I didn't make these rules. I came from corporate, like this is my first year after corporate America, when we wanted to put up a sign.
You put up a sign?
Yeah,
But not.
8 minutes later, it was,
It's not how we do things in Gates.
it's not how we do
Don't
things in
do it like
government,
the-
yeah.
I think for now, let's hit the people who are people walking into the coffee shop, the library, the post office. This would be nice to be 2-sided on a board. This is very attractive. Costly to print, but short term just to get the word out. This is nicely done.
Yeah, a lot of people use the post. They have a bulletin board with a whole bunch of things on
I'm
it.
afraid it'll get lost. So somewhere where,
They have a
it's-
garden club table.
and we have a really nice table over there with live flowers, something attractive like this. This is nicely done. You got the visual, you know, you have the colors to attract.
We'd have to pass it through garden club though.
We approve. That doesn't matter.
So
We're one of
we can
440
definitely-
people.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd put one on the bulletin board right here, but I'd be happy to stick one at the post office in the Patty's Cup or wherever is appropriate. But that's relying on people coming here. A lot of people don't come down.
They
A
don't
lot
do
of First Souls use the library though. I see a
Okay.
lot of people going in and out of the library. So they have.
My problem with the challenge, the biggest challenge I see is that the people who would most benefit from this is probably a lot of the people that we don't see downtown. And that is an unfortunate, just a truth.
It's probably
And
transportation is the.
yeah, we
thing.
got transportation but also getting to them. Like, you know, those people are not the ones they're definitely not reading my my website.
We have a list of contacts for our seniors if something happens to them and they live by themselves. Do we have no family members or somebody we could call if they're not answering their phone or?
The police department does have some contact information, yes.
Because I was thinking about transportation, when I worked at Breckenridge, a really kind-hearted volunteer took a senior out to do something out here or something. And she fell and broke her hip and sued the volunteer.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yep. So you've got a lot of liability if you're moving around somebody that isn't your family.
Mm-hmm.
So if we call family and say, hey, mom wants to do this activity, can you come move her to the mahjong table for a couple hours and come get her, take her home?
That's probably, it costs $100 for a trip on those.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All the liability.
And they leave you at the end of your drive and you, in the snow, you gotta trek up to your house.
Well, with CPA, the transportation part, they do door to door.
Good.
That's why you're paying. But, and they're licensed drivers who know how to do wheelchair lifts and all that. And they have insurance.
And they have insurance, yeah.
But I think you have a good point that how can we reach people who don't look at the website or
I think you gotta call them.
read the,
I think so.
you know,
We-
On a landline.
Yeah, all these people that filled this out
Mhm.
and the people that really wanted to do the mahjong and all that, we know their names.
Yes.
Call them.
That's,
Great, call
that's
them.
exactly, you,
Yeah.
we stick to the survey
Okay.
and you hold them accountable, whether they're interested or not. They've given us permission to contact. them
Somebody
to
put
say,
my
are
phone
you
down.
still interested?
Could we
in
10 times. 10 times is on this list.
Yes.
Yeah.
He really wants to
exactly.
do it.
Yeah.
So call her and say,
We
hey,
have the master list. Would it be easier to send them like a postcard or something? Just to say we're starting
If they put
programming?
their names on there, because not everybody put their names on that.
I think it'd be better one-on-one, call them up and say, hey, we're doing this and I know you would like to do it and how can we get
Okay.
you to the event?
I was 4 for 8, when we reached out to the volunteer project. I was 4 for 8, and that touch of me reaching out, voicemail plus email, them calling back, us having a wonderful conversation, all 4 of them. One of the women, and they're enthusiastic about helping, but not only helping, they filled out the survey. One is 55 years old, and she had assumed she couldn't participate until she was 60. So she just called me this morning, and she has 2 parents who are aging. So she's very interested in volunteering, but limited because of, her personal responsibilities. However, this is an opportunity for me to call her back today or tomorrow to say, you are welcome to come. Here is,
Parents.
yeah, sadly, they're unwell. So, but I will still invite her to bring her parents. But she's 55 and she could participate. So I'm going to email her or text her a snapshot. So a lot of this is going to be word of mouth.
Yes.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about a raffle, bring a friend, right? I
You
mean,
have to admit,
this is going to evolve.
She's in.
she did.
Welcome, Grace Ann.
Hi, I'm so sorry I'm late.
We know you're busy.
Yeah.
We do have, let me ask you a question, Jean. We do have the list, the raw data Jean gave to us of who, if they wrote their name. Some people were anonymous. Is it any sort of privacy concern if we then divvy up their phone numbers and call them the participants?
No, because
Okay.
in that they gave permission. That's why they were doing that. So
So we can do that.
Yes.
And we also have on the list that you gleaned off the, I want to be a volunteer part, was people who didn't want to volunteer, but they wanted to know what the activities were. So
We've got that
they pretty much gave us,
permission.
the permission.
We're kind of going out of order with the agenda, but I think that is what we need to do is to talk to Elaine. Elaine did a wonderful job of heading up the effort to contact people to become volunteers for aging well. And I think this really fits hand in glove with what we're talking about here. So let's let her tell us about that one.
Well, we had 27 yeses, people who said, yes, I want to volunteer. And Grace Ann and Deborah and Kathy also called people because it obviously takes chunks of time. But when you end up getting these people, they are so excited,
Mhm.
which was kind of, and it turns into a half-hour phone call, and it was much, it's, really pretty good. So, the way I looked at it is we had for sure 4 people who said, I want to do the welcome registration stuff. So obviously, since we're going live in about a week, that tends to be the area, the hot button. And then we had something, and then you have some already, Deborah, additional ones. We had like 17 people that said, you tell me what you need.
Mhm.
And it could be anything. And some of them, you had one that wants to do a workshop.
A writing workshop.
Kathy has someone who wants to show people how to make soap. I have a researcher, retired Cleveland Clinic researcher who does heart disease, if someone wants to get into nitty gritties. So we have this whole pocket of workshop, and yeah, I could teach some stuff if you wanted. You just tell me. But that's kind of like jumping. We have to see how people respond to what's going to start happening. Was it next week or is it April 7th is the
April
first
7th.
one? And to see who shows up, and plus on the volunteer side, when it comes to the registration and such, it's the community partnership are the ones that are going to actually so-called train these our people. But we haven't even worked out the logistic. Do we get these 4 people or 5 people to come here? And there's still all that. But the enthusiasm I got from some of these people,
Mhm.
and some, of course, we haven't heard anything back at all. They just kind of, and I get it. But what all in, I think, what do we have? Like 17 or 18 people out of 27 said, count me in. Just tell me what to do. Give me a call.
Just before leaving the house, I received a phone call. So I don't think they're ignoring our messages. I think they're just getting to their messages a little bit late. So I'm going to continue my outreach to the ones I haven't heard from and continue to build this volunteer opportunity.
And I think I think I might have given to you that this was the summary version as of last night of who for sure said they wanted to do something. It sounds like you've talked to some other people
Mhm.
since then. And it's our understanding that at least for the people who are ready, willing to help with the register attendees at classes, we refer them to community partnership, who will train them on their access system and come with them the first time. And so I feel like we need to get those people referred over to CPA quickly so they can be ready to start.
Can you do that, Elaine?
Yeah, I can call these 4 people or email them. And,
Okay. A lot of
She
people
said she
and
signed
contact
up the
Z.
thing, yes, she.
And yeah. And I hope we don't like lose something that, that because it's not absolutely village. That you might say, oh, all you have to do is call up Brenda and she'll take care of it, and yeah, sometimes things fall off, but we're, in the meantime, Community Partners is going to send their own volunteers for the month of April, but they would like us to take over once.
Yes.
And we had to see who shows up. Do we get 2 people? Do we get 25?
So this is the people that we call.
That'll be the interesting part. And then I would say that one of the best work things that you'll have for advertising is the first few people who come.
Yeah.
The word of mouth that from their door would be the best thing.
Absolutely.
So I wouldn't expect much in the first month or, maybe even 6 weeks. But then after that, I think
I agree.
if it's still going, and these people have done it for a long time. I bet you they've done this exact same thing where people come in and there's one person there and
Every city, every village had to have had a starting point. So allow them to guide us because they have the best practices.
set your bar low. Everything's a win.
So in terms of volunteers, what else do we need help with? We talked about calling people who are already on the list. Is that something that we can handle as a group? Or is that something that we need to enlist some of the people who said, let me know what you need help with?
You mean to call the people to tell them that Maj is starting and it's gonna be on Thursday, whatever?
Right, with our good news calls. Good news.
You know what, I
Very
can,
interesting.
I'll analyze I can go home and analyze the spreadsheet and just pull out the people who said they were interested in what they were interested in.
It's a very.
And we can sort of see how many we have. It seems like there were a lot to me.
Think there were a lot. And do we just say, like hand out groups of 5 or 8 to each one of us? I mean,
Today
you-
and
Sure.
we could divide.
No exact science, but as long as we get to them, and I can't wait to see how we approach the calls without them hanging up on us.
all you have to do is say,
Snap.
hey, I'm a Gates Mills
Gates Mills,
resident.
yeah,
Do you
right.
remember
Yeah.
filling out the survey? Well, yeah, that's,
First 2 words out of your mouth. Don't hang up.
yeah.
Just as you extracted,
These are the leadership luncheons that the mayor's planning.
Okay, those are all Wednesdays.
This is separate from
Okay.
what CPA is doing.
Okay.
just as we extracted this volunteer project, I think we should extract from the survey who checked activities such as yoga, nature walks, anything physical, extract that group. And then we target them for a personal invitation to this Tuesday session on April 7th. And then the whole gaming segment, we target them specifically and do a personal outreach, voicemail, email, personally outreach individually. Because there's something different about receiving something to Deb Heimer versus receiving a group where you could just say,
Okay, so I can work on that later today. I can create lists of people interested in the various things that at least we know we have going right now. And we can divide it up and start reaching out to people to let them know. And I think did I email you this flyer? If not, I can, because you could always,
Yeah,
you
I'd like
could
that.
email it to them.
Oh,
Absolutely.
I need PDFs for my website. So whatever you want on my website, just
Okay.
send to me and I'll put it up. I'll make a little group for it, and then it'll be up
Thank
there.
you.
Again, people read, they don't post, they don't respond, anything like that.
Yeah, it's one more touch.
Just one more.
At 10 in the morning?
Because that's our luncheon, isn't it? First Tuesday of the month,
No, that's the board meeting. Second Tuesday.
second Tuesday, thank you.
Okay, so John, I can send you PDFs of the flyers.
The board
I'll
meeting.
create a list and send it out to all of you. And we can start reaching out to people.
And
I love that I love that idea of like, hey, good news phone call. That's a really great way to say it.
I agree.
And we had also talked about reaching out to the other volunteers who we did the first cutoff at the people who said, yes, definitely, I want to volunteer. There were a bunch of other people who gave their contact information who said maybe. So that was another possibility, is that we could start reaching out to those people.
But
because
then
that's-
beyond having volunteers at the CPA programs, I'm a little hesitant as to, I have nothing else to, to say I need you for, at least I need you for these programs. If I say I need you to be a speaker, well, when do you want me to do that? I don't know. I don't have anything specific enough. And
Is it possible that we go ahead and line up some speakers? They don't necessarily have to be at the leadership luncheon. We could add some days. I mean, April's already said, but like,
Yeah.
say we had somebody who said, I'm only gonna be here till October. Maybe we could add a day. What do you think about that? Are we
I-
getting ahead of ourselves?
yeah, I
mean, we
think we're
need
getting
to-
ahead of ourselves, because do we even have a spot at the community house?
Gina, how
Well, we
many
need
people
to-
came to the leadership? In
I think they're about 20.
20? That's good.
There were 20, I counted.
Yeah. Are people from the other neighborhoods invited to all these things?
Yes.
Okay.
Because the publicity, because how do I say? All the programming available in any community partnership on aging community is open to anyone who lives in any of those 8 or 9 communities. So people register through CPA, but if they want to come to yoga with Lindy from Highland Heights, they're invited to do so. And likewise, our residents can go to any class anywhere.
And there's a million things.
Yeah, there are. There's stuff every day. Look,
There are 4 or 5 things every day. Tai Chi,
So-
bingo, you name it.
That's one of the nice things about being part of community partnership is we now have access to all these other programming going on. And I think it'd be neat to have other people come here to the village, to our programs as well. Meet new people. I do know
Yeah.
we had a high need request for arts and crafts types thing. And so far, we don't have any volunteers who know how to teach drawing, painting, crochet, knitting. I don't know what that means, but
They've got acrylic painting every Tuesday in March.
right.
Not sure where, but.
And
where
you
it's
have to look at their little.
SEL, South
That's
Youth,
that. Yeah.
South Youth.
Mhm.
Part of our outreach to our Gates Mills residents is also to communicate this. So where we don't have an opportunity on our calendar yet, it's still a touch point because there is something going on in another, village or another city. So there's always reason to reach out saying, hey, we heard you. We're building our program. It's evolving. In the meantime, let me share.
Mine is on the 30th
Exactly.
in South Euclid. No, this one is Lyndhurst.
So just keep them engaged and keep our relationship with them growing.
Right. And that's a good point, that when we call somebody to say we're gonna have, you asked about Lodge and we're gonna have it here on this day. If they aren't available that day,
Mhm.
to let them know about
Yes.
these other
Yeah.
locations.
A lot of hand holding in the beginning.
Yeah.
Is that calendar online?
It is on the CPA website, but this is the version that will be
You can
mailed
sign
to
up
all
to
of
get it sent to you.
all of our residents will be receiving this hard copy for the next few months. Except last month, only some people got it. So we asked Wendy to deliver more to the post office this time.
Mm.
Because I didn't get it. And I know, Elaine, you talked to several people who didn't.
I didn't get it.
Forgot it.
How
Was I
many?
supposed to pick those up?
No,
That didn't happen yet.
no, she had them delivered to the post office. So,
I think you're
Okay.
supposed to pick them up, Grace Ann, after they stop delivering them for us in bulk.
Okay,
Correct.
do we know when that is?
It was supposed to be 6 months, I think.
yeah, 4 to 6
Oh,
months.
okay.
Yeah, so you're
Okay.
off the hook.
We're paying them to make all these extra copies and actually bring them here to the post office who's supposed to deliver them to us, but apparently they didn't. deliver
Okay.
them.
I got one.
Yeah, but a lot of people didn't.
I mean,
Did they tip the postman?
I don't know. And so, and Wendy's sending additional copies. She's sending 1,100, she said this time.
okay.
Last time she sent about 900. I don't know how many houses there are.
Well, for the Gatesville residents only, the post office had said 1,045.
Okay, well, she was gonna bring 1,100 over. But I don't get the pink sheet all the time either, so I don't know what's going on with the mail. So
Carrier.
yeah, it's a
Did you
difference.
tip them a Christmas present?
No,
I'll write that.
he never brings my mail.
Because you don't tip.
No,
Chicken in the.
and it's a she.
Oh, there you go.
So we skipped over the Gates Mills Leadership Luncheons on the agenda. We had the first one, March with the presenting, and the audience was 20 people who were very interested and engaged. And a good lunch, I heard.
What was lunch?
They got little mini sandwiches from Heinen's and a couple of pasta salads and fruit and some brownies and eclairs and things like
It
that.
was
It was
very
delicious.
nice.
I reaped the benefits of the reward, the leftovers. so-
Thank you for ordering that. It was great.
Do we have a budget for that?
Yeah, I mean, there's a budget for all of CPA services for the rest of this year.
What about flowers? Do I have a flower budget?
We haven't had a chance to talk to Steve yet to see what his
You
thoughts
know?
are about how that money's gonna be spent. And I'm sure that he already has some thoughts. Cause
I mean, we only have $7,000 for the year
yeah.
for everything.
And Joy and I
In
have thoughts
addition to
about things that, you know, I mean, they're just a number of.
Because the
things.
posters will come, if we ever get posters, would come out of that, right?
Correct.
And the cost of CPA mailing these thingies
Is coming out of
coming out of
that.
all those extra copies and the.
Correct.
And the flowers are right at the top of the list.
Okay, if we have extra ones from luncheons and stuff like that, I usually, and we also have permission to take some things from the gardens at Garden Club. But I'm not sure if it's just for Garden Club, things or for the whole village.
Well, this is kind of a garden club thing, isn't it?
Well, it is for the whole.
Our thing is community outreach. So I could talk to them and see, but aging well is a little different.
Part of the mission is to beautify the village.
Mhm.
So I mean,
It'd be lovely. I mean, and how many tables did we have? 8?
We
maybe?
had 5 tables.
So it's not.
Yeah.
hopefully it'll be more.
Yeah, that's,
And it doesn't, well, I guess on those tables, you couldn't have a little teeny thing of posies, but.
You could have centerpiece. Is it use the
Mhm.
ones for the community club luncheons, the round tables
we used round tables, yes. So I had 5 rounds.
and the tablecloths and a little centerpiece.
So we purchased a whole bunch of plastic tablecloth, disposable tablecloths just for the ease of everything. And we went with the blue because that was the color scheme of aging well. So that's why we just did that.
Sorry. I don't know how to turn my phone off.
There's a
I
little
need your
bit you can,
help.
Yeah,
on the
swipe down.
side, you can.
I did
mute
turn
it.
it.
If you just swipe down from here.
It's okay. I don't.
Right here?
I don't want to waste everybody's time. So with the leadership luncheons, we have in April Chagrin Valley gigs. So Don Fellows is coming, their ED or CEO or whatever he calls himself. And Wendy Satin is coming from CPA to talk about what they do, how it's gonna play out here in the village. On the 17th or the 19th, we don't know which one it's gonna be, either the fire chief or the service director, one of those 2 days. And then on the 15th is the police chief.
Luncheon start what time?
11.
11 a.m.
Yes, it was good socialization at the last one, which was one of our goals.
Good.
So we don't know about speakers going forward from there, but
We also didn't book anything because CPA was going to take over doing their lunch and learns after we did these, I thought.
And she asked us that question this morning or yesterday, whenever, about did we want her not to do them at all? Or wait till we run the course of our leaders and then she'll take over?
Yeah.
We can only do them on Thursdays.
Right, well, and they also needed to find out about the whole, whether they can serve.
They can serve like what you did, pre-made food sitting out.
Okay.
They can't cook. Because I asked about catering and she said they could bring in catering.
Because that was why we said, well, we'll do the first 6 months so that they can iron out whether all the,
They can't use the kitchen to cook because it's not up to standards for the health department for their funding.
it's not a commercial kitchen.
Yeah, commercial kitchen.
I have an interactive thing I usually do with schools, but it would probably work well here, and that is that I give a tech talk and I make
Really?
tech manageable. So it actually turns out to be a really fun and engaging thing. You ask the most embarrassing questions up front because people are really, the reason it works well at schools is generally the people who are the oldest at school have the least technology background, and so but they're afraid to ask about it, and they're the people who are the teachers, which you have this vicious circle going around, like, and so you break the ice with a couple of really fun questions and then let them know that there's no question that's too simple to go with, and then generally it's really fun. And the first one is generally attended by only a few people, and then the next one it's a sellout, and generally you can literally talk for the entire night. It's people would stay for 8 hours if they could, because everyone wants to ask questions that they never get the answers to. So if you want me to do that,
Yes.
you can throw it on the agenda at some point in time. And then generally it's nice to have one and then another one a little bit later, because the word gets out and people do generally go, oh my gosh, you mean he'll tell me this?
Yeah.
And that kind of deal. So
That would be great.
Exactly. That sounds wonderful.
And Jan's been talking to the somebody at the Historical Society. We're going to try to get somebody to talk about the 200th anniversary and the
Yeah.
history of the community. We thought that would be good too.
You know, the mayor knows so much about the history, and he always is bashful about it and says, you know, like, well, I'm one of like 6 people who know this anymore, but he has so much of the history too. So
I think it would be fun to, and some slides of like some old, you know, what it
Mhm.
used to look like. And
So do we want to propose that maybe once the fire chief or whoever ends up at the end of this speak, it has the Wednesday luncheon that they take over on Thursdays, and we maybe suggest some speakers that we would like to see come? Is that what we're saying, or do we want to rely on them to?
I was just saying, did the mayor speak with you? Because I know he was very gung ho about his and
Does he want
getting people.
on like a long time? Because we weren't clear on that.
I don't know that answer.
Okay, so we need to ask.
Okay,
But then that becomes really definitive that then CPA wouldn't do.
Right.
right.
And we would, and we'd have a known spot for a speaker, even if it's not Gates Mills oriented, maybe it's about, you know, the history of soap or, you know, so
Right.
but at least we'd have the spot all the time. And whether or not it's techie world or,
I mean, techie world, well, the soap in particular doesn't exactly fit with the leadership.
Right.
yeah, so maybe we change I just like the fact that once we get these going, everybody's gonna expect once a month on a Wednesday, we're gonna have, because we're gonna exhaust the leadership,
And
right?
educational program or.
Yeah.
Well, as Wendy calls them, lunch and learns.
Okay.
That's what they call it in
Yeah, I like that.
CPA. So you can learn about anything.
And Wendy offered, they have partnerships with AARP and other organizations that could do all
Great.
kinds of trainings and classes.
Interesting topics and
Somewhere in
Speakers.
this newsletter, there is a young person that teaches you how to use your phone. A lot of people don't know.
I'm gonna call them and see.
Yeah.
There you go.
How do I do this? Yeah.
So
I just
are we
Google
saying that we
everything.
want to stick with Wednesdays because we're getting it going and everybody's expecting to do it, but she can't do lunch on Wednesdays? She can only do that.
I don't know if the community house is going to be available every Wednesday either.
Sure.
When is?
I know he'd
Community
checked.
club lunches are Thursday.
Yeah, Thursdays.
But we'd run into community club luncheons if we did Thursdays.
Right.
She was originally,
Actually, this is once a month.
Once a month.
And we had scheduled it for non-community club luncheon day.
Mhm.
We
they
looked
had
at that.
given us, where's that handwritten calendar thing?
Hmm.
I think she had, it wasn't on here, I guess. I thought, was it the third Thursday? She had a particular day each month
I think it
that she,
was the first.
they could do the leadership.
I think we looked at the first Thursday because
Okay.
the community club luncheon was later in the
Okay.
month.
Okay.
But we need to we should talk with Steve to clarify this.
Yeah, I think we need to clarify that with Steve and then also
Wendy.
Wendy and Mike Feig for the community house. I mean, one of the things with these Wednesdays is like, I think we had talked about, we didn't always have to have it in the community because somebody had mentioned, I think you had said, what about Burton Court? Can we do that? And then we have soup over there. Or as the weather gets nice, maybe we could say we're going to have a
Have a
picnic in the
picnic,
park
yeah.
or something. You know, we could be a little creative if we are running out of space in the community house, depending on how many people start coming too.
Mhm.
So.
Depends on what you're serving. I have a friend that goes to all these lunches at all the different places and, oh, they're gonna be serving spaghetti. I'm gonna go there. So, yeah. He's 95, still drives, and he goes to these luncheons.
It's nice.
Yeah.
You know, we've generated so many wonderful ideas. I'm really, it's just a great group. We have such expertise and so many creative minds. I want to make sure that we have time for any suggestions or questions, anything additionally. I did speak to the new president of the Friends of the, or I emailed Karen Galloway is the new president of the Friends of the Gates.
That's nice news. I didn't know that.
contacted her to see if she might have a representative for our committee. And we need to schedule our committee meetings for the rest of the year.
It would be easier if we could do it now versus the emails going back and forth and.
Or, I mean, we don't want to exclude anybody who's not here. I know Steve likes Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Kathy can't do Monday or Tuesday, I think, because she babysits. I remember that. So maybe a Wednesday or a Thursday?
Tuesday's good.
And do you think once a month or once every other month? What do y'all think? The frequency?
Maybe once a month now, since we're still
Mhm.
Yeah,
Trying to get
I think
things-
once a month, because we're too new.
yes.
Once it's going smoothly, maybe we can.
Back off a little.
Yeah.
Or you could always cancel a meeting if you have it scheduled and then, oh, we don't need it. No agenda is how they get canceled.
Okay. Are we looking at the 23rd of April? That's a Thursday.
This room is available if you need it.
Is that week okay with all of you? What is that, the fourth Thursday?
It's 4 weeks from this meeting.
Or would you want to do? It doesn't matter to me. What does your schedule look like?
Good balance challenges on
Oh,
the 23rd at 10:30. Maybe we could meet after that, after we all get balanced out.
Yeah, I have a meeting.
What if we're never
1 to
back?
2 on the 23rd.
Is it Zoom or is it, I mean, is it like,
No, I won't be available from 1 to 2 on the 23rd. I can come any other time on the 23rd.
so if we did it at, we're gonna be in the community house, maybe we could meet in that little room in the community house?
The parlor,
The park?
I never knew that room existed till last week at the lunch and I saw someone
it's
come out.
because the door's always locked.
I'm like, what is this room?
Yeah.
I never saw.
Does that
It's a
sound
tiny
good?
little
How-
room. It's
You're
not,
only
and
Well, what
in
about
there.
Zoom? No, we can't do Zoom in the parlor.
Yeah, it would only be necessary if somebody needs to come in,
should
so.
we meet here? Is this the appropriate place for us to meet? I guess I'm asking.
Okay.
If you're having
Protocol.
virtual, yes, then this is gonna be for.
How far is it to walk from one place to the other, though? I mean, if you're there, you could walk here
Yeah, so we could do 11:45
on April 23rd.
on April 23rd.
I can do that.
Okay. And the only thing that, yeah,
10:45?
Wait a minute.
11:45.
11:45.
We're gonna meet after the balance challenge.
So the art show's going on then,
Oops.
and I volunteered that day, but I can always change my day.
Okay, so maybe we can,
It doesn't matter. I can
Okay.
change it.
And I'll be out of here at 12:40, just so you know.
okay.
I'm gonna say 11. I don't know.
Well,
Are you?
I'll be online because I'll be at
That's
school,
okay.
so.
Do you know your schedule yet?
Yeah, I'm fine on that day. Yeah, that works for me.
we don't have to do it after balance challenge. We can make it at the usual 2 o'clock time.
But that's even worse.
Worse?
Yeah, I'm 1 to 2. I mean,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, 11:45 here on the 23rd. And the other thing that Deb had a wonderful suggestion last time, which was to invite people to come with us to go to these events and things. And I think the more of us that can be at the leadership luncheons and at these classes, the better it's going to be. Is that something we can agree to? That we will do that?
Yeah, I started to add them to my calendar.
Yeah.
I'm just curious to see what they're like, you know,
Oh, of course, yes.
and to also to make people feel welcome.
And to have lunch,
No, I mean the exercise classes.
the exercise.
The lunches, yes. As long as it's
Because
good food
committee
from
members, we want to be
Well,
there to
I was
welcome
gonna say, we can,
people.
It was really good.
if the committee wants to start deciding what to serve at those, I'm certainly welcome
What you
to
like?
ideas.
You did great.
Okay, yeah, I mean, well, I want to try different things and things.
It was, really good. And it was
Yeah,
nice
if-
variety.
If our primary marketing is, being the touch point, we need to know what we're selling, right? So we need to feel it out and be able to talk to it. So I'll commit to attending. when I can.
I mean, I think this next talk with CVG, if any of you guys are interested or haven't heard or don't know what's going on with the fiber optic, it will be advantageous to any person in the village, not
Yeah,
just the
it's a great conversation. My
Yeah.
husband and I attended.
My husband can help me with terrible service.
Mhm.
Everybody.
We have no issues. I don't, we were talking about that earlier.
Depends on where you are.
Yeah, you're off a
We're off
county
the
line.
county line. We have no-
We have
Except when,
trees falling all over.
well, that's the only
Yeah.
time when, the tree falls.
And do you have Spectrum? And it's funny because when the power does go out, their central things, even though they tell you they aren't, they don't have any backup power around here. So they have about, I don't know, 45 minutes before their power goes out. So for a lot of the community, when power goes out, internet goes out, but also internet is tied to their phone. So you get this really weird kind of circular thing that now there are no more landlines, traditional landlines. People think that when cable comes in, that they have a telephone because they actually have a physical telephone, but that is not a telephone. It's still going over internet. So internet goes down, your phone goes down, your internet goes down. All because power went out. It's kind of a weird.
We're bringing the cable underground.
They are yeah.
It would be so nice if they could bring the electric underground too.
I don't know why. This is one of the
It's so
few
nice in Florida, electric's under.
Oh, isn't it?
And even
Yeah.
Pepper Pike and other.
sounding. I don't know why
And
we don't.
those wires go down all the time.
All the time.
And we're a small village and the last ones to be rehooked up. Because
First
we're
Energy's
small, because they have
really
to do
weird.
bigger towns first, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not right.
It was one of the first things I saw when I came in, and they got First Energy just got lambasted by Gates Mills because they really did. They're doing better now, but they just treated us like
Well, their
nothing.
equipment is ancient.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
Everyone on our street, we have a Facebook page and every time it goes out, we all report it, even though we have generators, a lot of us, because I've heard the more you report it, the sooner they'll pay attention to you.
They're generating, but we have two houses that are really close to each other and they're on different circuits. And the one, I swear to you, the one house that's not Great Eagle, every single week it goes down. So I can tell because it gets a generator report. So there's never 1 week where the power doesn't go down in that house.
So I have a question as we're wrapping up here. So I see the yoga, $5, non-member. So non-member means somebody younger, 60 and young, under 60.
It means somebody who does not sign up for the access program and
Membership.
the people who are under 60 are not eligible for the access program. So yes, it is the people under 60 and anybody else who chooses not to fill out that form.
Okay. If we are inviting probably a really good way to start growing membership is even for a limited time, volunteers get access free. And so if we could get the volunteers in these programs, they're going to start inviting their parents or, somebody they know.
Where is the membership sign up?
Online.
Online?
Yeah, and if you look in the newsletter, it even says it maybe on the first or second page, it talks about it. I printed one off. Oh, there it is, right where your hand
Okay,
is.
good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Become
Think
a
you
member
can
today.
Or do it online.
Adult 60 and over living in Cuyahoga County.
And what's the fee to become a member?
No fee.
There's no.
No fee.
Okay.
But
No
Elaine
fee,
did
no
call
membership.
them and she said there are quite some very invasive, private kind of questions about
Are you
income. and-
lonely? Do you eat every day? I can't remember them
Would your
verbatim,
husband be
but it
doing-
was,
Get that every time we go to Cleveland Clinic these
I know.
days.
Do you feel safe?
Are you safe?
But I think
Yeah.
you can say no. I think I shouldn't say this, but I'm guessing they just basically need your contact info.
Yeah.
You
The
can
other
skip a
stuff
lot
is
of
for
it.
reporting
Okay.
to their funders.
It's several pages.
Well, so will you send this to the group in a PDF? Wonderful.
I just wrote that down. Great.
So should we list the action steps if, like I'm gonna touch base with my volunteers. Joy's gonna create a spreadsheet with just hey, tell me what programs once you got it, and then also a separate maybe. I might wanna volunteer. I'm trying to think what else
We need to talk to the mayor.
talk to the mayor about.
The budget and about the leadership luncheons. Those are the two
Do
things
we
I wrote
like,
down.
hey, after a while, once we run out of leaders, we use it for like a lunch and learn, but we do that independently of the community partner agency.
One
Because
of
we
the-
have the ability to do that.
Well, we have the ability to do it. Do we want to do it? I mean, if they do it, then they handle the luncheon and they handle the volunteers and they take care of all of that, except setup. I mean, we would still do that.
So then that's the question. I mean, do we have to decide that on that, like now?
We might be
And-
getting ahead of ourselves. I think we need to launch the program April, May, June, and then revisit as it's, as we get the momentum going. Then we'll start looking, because you could get speakers. I mean, speakers like to speak.
But I think that there's no problem with doing both, like if,
Yeah.
if we have enough and people want to come on 2 days, we can come on 2 days.
So do we have?
The only restraints are the budget and the building.
And okay, so should we be getting, putting in dibs for the dates like now? Like you said, you can always cancel it.
Well, I mean, I think we'll confirm with the mayor, but I thought it was the third Wednesday of the month at 11, right?
Uh-huh.
For the first 6 months.
Right.
Okay.
And that's, Mike's reserved it. And I think he said one time we might need to be downstairs.
Definitely. Well, the next
art
one for
show.
sure.
But it got canceled because there's gonna be voting.
No. April 15th lunch and learn is in the basement.
The
Oh,
yoga
it's
got
the May
canceled.
that's in that got
Yeah.
canceled.
One of the yoga days got canceled because it's election day and there's the building's full. But that's
Maybe we should send that out to you right away so that when you make calls, you'll know about that. We also need to send flyers to John, and John offered to talk to his wife. and his
Yeah,
son.
both of that and Sue.
Uh,
She's talking to her brother.
And everybody's gonna make calls to reach out to people.
Yep.
And invite people to come to these events with them. So we're in good shape. Thank you very much. It's been a very productive meeting. We're adjourned.
Thank you.
Awesome.
3:16.